Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Enlightened Tarot. Thank you very much for coming over to watch this video. I'd like to start by saying a big thank you to all the new subscribers and a big welcome to you all, and also thank the existing subscribers who've been with me on my journey and supporting my channel for quite a while now. So thank you to everybody because it does mean a lot to me. So today in this reading we're going to have a look at karmic partners and how they are coping with coming away from the divine masculine. So I've already put some cards down. I've started off here with the Thelema deck, which comes with this gorgeous little booklet here. So I've started off with that at the beginning, and then I've kind of gone further down with the love and romance. One card here from the goddess cards, and then underneath the angel therapy, and we'll just pull some more as we need to go along. So I've been given here to begin with the karmic, okay, shown here as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this can be male, female, so just you have to take this how you want to for your situation, but this is referring to the karmic partner. Okay, and then next to her or him was given here the Nine of Cups. Okay, so the Nine of Cups is referring to emotions, okay, in that she had or he had high hopes for the relationship with divine masculine. They had really planted the seeds and, you know, possibly moved in together, possibly had a child together or children together, and really kind of gone full blast, I suppose, into the relationship. The karmic really did think that this was it for her or him. So, you know, this was really quite solid with divine masculine. So all her wishes and dreams and hopes were all kind of pinned on divine masculine. But as we can see from the other cards, you know, it's not quite gone like that. Here we can see the Ace of Swords, but it was given to me reversed. Okay, so karmic partners are not fully seeing the reasons as to why divine masculine has walked away or has left or is leaving, or there are difficulties in them being together, so they've had to walk away. They're not quite understanding, you know, where it's come from, why it's happened, because, you know, if they could really see it, if they could really understand, then it would be this way. But it's reversed, so they can't fully see the truth. They can't fully see the wisdom behind it. All they knew was that this was, they thought, for them. The divine masculine was for them. And it's not quite turning out that way. Because here we can see the Seven of Swords, also reversed. So karmics are pulling away, but it is difficult. So they are holding on somewhat. They're not pulling away easily, even though they know that they're going to have to do it and face it. I mean, because this one here, the Ace of Swords reversed, is not acknowledging the truth as to what is going on with this situation with divine masculine. Okay, so they are really struggling to come away because it is given like this. But they know they have to do it, and it is really hurting them. It is really getting to them, because like I said, this was given initially next to the karmic to show that they thought that this was their everything. You know, they'd really kind of invested in the relationship with divine masculine, but it was not to be. And you can see the pain here, you can see the distance here, you can see real hurt here, that karmics are feeling the pain with divine masculine coming away, and that's understandable. Okay, so they are struggling. Okay, some karmics are struggling with coming away from divine masculine because they did think that this was their everything. This was their life set with divine masculine. Now, Pele was given in the goddess cards. Divine passion, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So again, karmics really do need to face the truth and, you know, try and sit down and face their inner self. You know, what is it they truly want? What do they really want? You know, let's look at what they want and not what somebody else wants, not what Divine Masculine wants. Do they really want to be with Divine Masculine? You know, have they been having ups and downs in the relationship anyway? It's about facing the truth. So this is about trying to get to a proper place within themselves to open up and really see what is it they really want. Because this coming away from Divine Masculine, you know, is a blessing in disguise for them, so they can experience other opportunities, other energies. So they do really have to get to a better place than where they are sat, because right now they are in pain. Right now they are hurting, and all they can see is darkness and clouds. Okay, and it is a painful time, but you know, it's something now that they are going through, and the quicker they try to look within themselves to find out what is it they really want, it'll be a lot better and a lot easier for them to move forward. Because again, they thought this was the one, they thought Divine Masculine was the one, but there have been many ups and downs along the way in the relationship, and now the coming away of Divine Masculine, you know, has hurt them. And there are many lessons in the relationship between Divine Masculine and Karmic partners. So you can see that, you know, a lot has been learned. And Karmic partners have really played their part well as well as Divine Masculine. But there's been a lot of lessons out of it. They're also showing about family, in that, you know, the family unit that once was will start to heal all round, so that you can come to some arrangement with, you know, children, with properties, with being civil about matters, just everything that comes with, you know, breaking up a family unit, how to handle it better for the future, what you need to put in place to get to a good working environment for children especially. Because Karmic partner thought this was the one, and you know, it's been flawed, it's been deceptive, the relationship from the beginning. When I mean deceptive, I mean like the ups and downs in the relationship. That it's not always been great, and there were signs of that, you know, it's not all that solid, but you know, they continued with it. But still, you know, a lot of lessons have come out of this. And the family unit will heal, so that, you know, Divine Masculine can go their way and Karmic partners can go their way. But there can be a civil understanding with regards to children and other things that you may have had to be together in. So for example, houses and things like that, and financial issues, because don't forget, you know, some may have married as well, so there'll be things there to sort out legally. So here again, message for Karmics to cut the cord, to release yourself, to come away from Divine Masculine, and understand that, you know, things do have to run their course and end at some point when it is the right time to do so. So this is also telling Karmic to come away. But they are having a difficult time, I have to say, from what I can see. And again, they need help with this situation. So, you know, this may mean, you know, just discussing things with friends, discussing it with your family, just trying to get to a better understanding as to what is best for you to do going forward. So, you know, Karmics are having a horrible time at the minute, which is not a nice thing to go through, but you know, some things do have to come to an end. So we're going to go to the Lenormand cards here. Really do love this deck. We're just going to have a look to see what messages we get here for Karmic partners. Okay, so this one, the Sun, but in a reverse position. So we'll come to that in a minute. We're just going to pull a few more. And then the loyal dog here in the right way. So messages here for karmics. Okay. I feel, okay, at some point in time in the future, you can be friends with Divine Masculine, work on things to be civil towards each other. You can get to a good place so you can still communicate while still living separate lives. Okay, because obviously it is finished. I don't feel like there is any coming back with Divine Masculine towards the karmic, the original karmic partner. So I feel that you can get to a good place, especially if you've got children, to work out, you know, how to go about seeing the kids, and, you know, making sure that there is a bond there, so that that is not broken up for the kids. So you can get to a good place, but it's just an understanding of that, you know, this is over with Divine Masculine, that it is finished, and that, okay, we can see that you're hurting and that you are finding it difficult to come away, because you did think that this was your everything. You thought Divine Masculine was everything to you. You thought, you know, they were the one. But like I said, you know, things do have to come to an end. That wheel does have to turn. So this is about the quicker you can get yourself to a better place and out of it, then you can get to a good place of communicating with the Divine Masculine in a better way, in a positive way, even though you two are not going to be together. So I'm just going to go to the Abraham Hicks cards here. Oh, okay, so I didn't have to really shuffle that one. Let's see the messages here. So, I must focus on wanted to manifest wanted. So the short paragraph on the back, I'll read that. We would never go so far as to say that the behaviour of others is responsible for the way you feel, because you have the power to focus and therefore attract despite the behaviour of others in your environment. And every time you see something unwanted, you realise that in the same moment your awareness of something wanted is keener, and you quickly turn your attention in the direction of the newly emphasised wanted. Everything in your experience will continue to improve. Hope that made sense. I'll very quickly read that again. We would never go so far as to say that the behaviour of others is responsible for the way you feel, because you have the power to focus and therefore attract despite the behaviour of others in your environment. This is such a great message for looking at karmics and how they're coping with coming away from Divine Masculine, is that, you know, we can understand that how horrible it is and how much of a lonely time it feels. But you can actually change how you perceive it and how you feel. Okay, because, okay, Divine Masculine has walked away and you're feeling really horrible, but that's because you put so much into the relationship, you put so much into the Divine Masculine that you thought this was it. Okay, so you relied quite heavily on Divine Masculine to make you happy, and that should not have been the case. Your happiness should have come from within, and being with Divine Masculine was just part of the bonus of continuing the happiness. But you're feeling so down about the loss of Divine Masculine because some of the things may not be there, and I'm talking about material things. Some of the things may not be there for you anymore. So income wise, family unit, the status to other people and how you want it to look to other people is not there anymore. So a lot of that is going on with karmics. You know, obviously this is not for everybody, this is going to resonate with just some, but I do feel that a lot of material things are going to be lost for karmic, and this is why it feels even more so horrible for them. So, you know, you can feel better, you can feel good, I suppose, even in this situation, if you really want to. okay, and see the bigger picture. Great messages there so far, looking at karmics who are struggling really to come away from the relationship with divine masculine. So I'm going to finish off with the daily teachings book and ask for any messages that would be helpful for us to know as to how is the karmics coping with the loss, or the coming away from divine masculine. Okay, so I'm going to go to this page because I do feel drawn to this one. Criticism can be very subtle in the way it creeps into our thoughts. Here are some examples of criticism to help you become aware of its subtlety so you can eliminate it from your thoughts. So, the weather is awful today. The traffic is terrible. The service is really bad. Oh no, look at the line. I know I've said that one quite a lot. He or she is always late. How long do we have to wait for our order? The motorist is a lunatic. It's so hot in here. I've been on hold for so long. I mean, I resonate with all of that. I said it a million times. Probably said some of them today. Here it says at the bottom, there are subtle things, but the law of attraction is listening to them all. You have the ability to appreciate something in every single circumstance. There is always something to be grateful for. Wow. I felt drawn to this more so than this, so I'll just stick with that one page. But, you know, it does go to show that the universe is always listening. And when we say these very common phrases, very, you know, everyday phrases, I suppose, like about the weather and about being stood in a queue and the waiting, it does manifest more of that because, you know, we feel it and we're frustrated in the queue, or we're, you know, not happy about the weather. It just brings more of that in for us. So what I feel it's saying here is that, you know, karmic partners are having a difficult time, okay, because maybe, and I'm not speaking for everybody, but maybe the spiritual understanding is not there. They've not come across spirituality and don't know much about it. So when they are thinking on more of a lower vibration and more on a 3D level, you know, it's very hard for them to come away from a relationship that they thought was it. So what they're saying here is that, you know, they can change their thoughts up, they can think better, but for some it's going to take a while to get over this split from their divine masculine. So they are having a hard time, I'm afraid, for some. So we've had a look, we've been given the insight. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to put a video out again very soon. I want to send you out lots and lots of love, light and peace. I want you to like, share and subscribe, and I will speak to you all very soon. Thank you very much.